Hey Cancer, welcome to your July 2025 monthly reading. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead here and get started and jump straight in. Really quickly, as I'm pulling the cards, I am running a sale on my personal readings. If you're interested in that, that link will be down below in the description of the video. Oh man, Cancer. You have the Tower here in your current energy. Let's just see how the reading unfolds. But I think here in your current situation, you've already been experiencing these Tower moments. There's a lot of change going on in your life at this time. The Tower does signify instability, and it's interesting too because the Tower is the reset button in the tarot. So a lot of things in your life you're starting over with, you may feel, or you're wanting to start over with things. You're wanting to take a different approach. You may even be wanting to rebuild, or you may be in this period of rebuilding at this time. Either way, this is going to be the month here with the Ace of Pentacles for the overall energy, which I'll show you here in a second. I'll show the cards, of course. But with the Ace of Pentacles being the overall energy, this is going to be a month of planting new seeds. Like, now's the time here this month to plant new seeds. If there's anybody who has luck on their side, has growth on their side, has prosperity on their side, it's definitely you, Cancer, with Jupiter now in your sign here. So I would definitely take advantage of this energy here. I get more than anything, you're just wanting to move forward and triumph over the challenges that you've been struggling with or the things that you've been dealing with here. This is a positive read. I like this read, Cancer. Let's keep going. I'm going to pull your oracle cards and then we'll jump in here. All right. You pulled this solar calm card. It says clarify here. Yeah, I think you're getting clear. Like, I think there's things here that specifically with the Tower, it's when you just feel like life is sort of chaotic. You feel like things are all over the place. This is changing, this thing's changing, and you find yourself just in a period of instability. But the good news with the Tower is you can now start fresh. You can start clean here. You can build something new instead of trying to hold on to the past or clutch on to the remains of the past. This is where you can start new, like start again here. And so I think this is you understanding how important it is to navigate distractions, which is like a core theme really coming out in your reading here. Because with the Chariot being in your challenge at this time, which of course I'm going to show you the cards, the Chariot is all about triumph, overcoming difficulties, but also using your willpower to stay in alignment. So I think here that you're just trying to stay moving forward and not get detracted by things or distracted by things here. Let's see here. You pulled this illumination card here. Things have felt pretty gray, I sense here, Cancer. You can see in this card, like there's some, there's some good things here, but because it's interesting because I sense here that not all is bad. But I think whatever the bad thing is like you're moving on from, but there's still that lingering of things that you're clearing out. There's like, because I get here that there's good things to focus on and there's good things to be positive about. So let's keep going here, Cancer. There's a lot coming through here. You pulled this, don't let pride get in your way, this full moon in Leo card. Your moon may be in Leo. If it's not, don't worry about it. But yeah, I would try to not let your pride get in the way with anything this month, Cancer. I think one thing with the Tower is because it does involve our ego. The Tower is when our old identity, our old sense of self, the way we've kind of built our life sort of starts to fall apart. And it's like our ego could be wanting to hold on to things. Right? It could be our own pride that's getting in the way. So I would just be aware of that. You can do whatever you want, Cancer. I'm just the messenger here. But I think here that you have a total new beginning here in your life with the Ace of Pentacles for the overall energy. Whether this is in the form of new opportunities or this is just a moment in time that you're in, this is the opportunity. Like, this is the time to plant new seeds that are going to harvest here later. Because it's interesting. One of the things that has strongly stood out in the readings for the collective is reaping what you sow. And I think everybody here has sort of closed out past chapters or past cycles, and so now's the time to plant something new so you can harvest it later. So like what you sow right now, what you choose to focus on with your intention to create, there will be a harvest. But it's just about, but if you don't plant seeds with anything, well then, you know, you're gonna feel like you're not gonna get anything, or like you're not getting anything. Does that make sense? You pull the Tower here in your current energy. Like I said, this is you kind of starting all over. There's been instability. There's been shakeups, change. Sometimes the Tower is even force changed, where you feel like the change is out of your hands, or it's like there's just new things that are happening, and it can be shocking. You did pull the Chariot here in your challenge position. Yeah, you know, the Chariot in the challenge can signify like a loss of momentum or loss of direction. It's like you're not trying to find that direction, trying to understand like what the new path is or what direction you want to go with things. But because you're sort of still in this Tower moment of sort of recovering from the changes that you've been going through, it's a little bit difficult, right? So I'm not going to downplay your situation. Trust me, I know it's difficult. It's definitely been difficult. I'm also getting intuitively that you're cutting out a lot of things in your life here. You know, things here that you know don't have stability. You do have the Seven of Pentacles here in the future position, which I like because the Seven of Pentacles is whatever changes are going on here, you'll find yourself in more you'll find yourself a more stable energy. The Seven of Pentacles is the cultivation process. So specifically with the Ace of Pentacles being the overall energy, for one, let's just back up for a second. This Tower is you clearing out things and you're planting new seeds. Whatever structures in your life right now that have been wobbly or that you've just outgrown or that have just that just aren't there to serve you and what you're building for yourself and your life moving forward, you're letting those structures collapse. You're letting those, you're not hanging on to those structures anymore. You're building new ones. And so with the Seven of Pentacles here, I see this is going to be a month to where I think you're going to realize, let me just back up for a second. I think you're going to realize here with the Seven of Pentacles that a situation that you're going through may suck, or it just may feel very unstable, and it could be causing fears of things turning out horrible or things not turning out in the way in which you expect. But I sense here with the Seven of Pentacles, I kind of sense that things will be all right. It's like right now they can look really bad, or that it can feel just like very overwhelming. But the Seven of Pentacles does signify to where there's progress that's being made in your situation, and you're actually harvesting more. You're not at the point to where you want to be, but you're realizing here that there is growth that is happening. Does that make sense? You have the Seven of Cups here in the outcome position for the month of July, and I think here that there's a lot of options and choices here that you have. What do I mean by that? Well, for one, I feel that the universe, the divine, is wanting you to be open and receptive to all these new blessings, right? Like a lot of the times when we go through a Tower moment, it's a challenge. Like you really feel as if like your old life is crumbling, and now there's this, but the good news with it is, well, there's all this space to be able to create something new. And so the Seven of Cups deals with your desires. It's like, what do you really want? What are the type of experiences here that you really want to create in your life? And so I'm seeing you here have options and choices, because you're in this rebuild phase when it comes to certain areas of your life. I think you've had to clear space, though. Like you've had to let go of things. So we'll clarify that Seven of Cups, but I get you having some choices here, options here. It's interesting, though, because the Justice card is your advice, and the Justice card does signify discernment, like needing to have discernment moving forward. And the Justice card has a lot to deal with how you judge truth, like what is true for you, and staying in alignment with that, and staying in integrity with that. Because the Justice card says all your actions at this time are creating a ripple effect. Your energy at this time that you're putting out to the universe is creating a ripple effect. What do I mean by that? Well, whatever your intentions are, whether it's your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, are creating a ripple effect that will come back to you in the form of karma, good or bad karma, right? So with the Justice card, with your path moving forward, it's just important with the Justice card being the advice and then the Ace of Pentacles being the overall energy. What is true for you in regards to what new seeds you want to plant in your life and what you want this new chapter of prosperity to be for you? And having to cut out and stay clear of the things that are going to set you back or detract you. Because you're on a path of success. One thing that you're unaware of is the Six of Wands, right? You're on the path to success at this time. And one of the lessons I see you learning here, or something here that you're going to really grow into, is your authority. What do I mean by authority? Like, you're going to grow into being comfortable being in your authority, being the one that makes the decisions, not having to feel like you have to, people please, or, you have to walk on eggshells to do what it is that you want to do with your life. The Six of Wands, like you're growing into your authority and taking full control of your life with the Chariot. And I see you developing and gaining more confidence here with the Six of Wands. Like this is a big new beginning with this Ace of Pentacles for the overall energy. So we'll see what the Seven of Cups is here in the outcome with these options and these new things starting to unfold on your path. It's interesting because the Seven of Cups does signify there's new things unfolding, but maybe some of those good things aren't going to be good either, right? So that Justice card being the advice is like having to have discernment and understanding, like, yes, something may look good or appear good, but is it actually good for you? Let's see here. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles here for the overall energy for Cancer. You pull the Four of Wands here. For some of you, you may have, the Four of Wands is a card of celebration when results come your way that are desirable. Right, so there's desirable results waiting for you, I feel, this month, Cancer. But the Ace of Pentacles deals with, you have to plant that seed now so you can have that harvest later. And I would say too, with the Four of Wands, it is Venus, so it's about, understanding what is desirable for you. Like, what do you want to receive? Like, what is empowering for you? Like, what's exciting for you? Like, what are you passionate about? Because this is a new chapter, a new beginning, possibly even a change in direction that you've just recently gone through. Some of you, this is probably for a small percentage. There could be good news around a home or around your living situation. Also, too, there could be a new beginning, a new opportunity here, which is like some form of new beginning. Let's see here. Clarify the Tower in your current energy. You pull the Ten of Pentacles here. Yeah, I definitely feel there's been some changes in your personal life with that Ten of Pentacles. There's been some changes. Ten of Pentacles can point to the home, family, things that once provided stability. It's sort of being unstable at this time. There's been some shakeups here, but I don't think it's going to ruin anything, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, it may be calling for you to make these bigger changes, but I think it's not the total end of things, if that makes sense. Clarify the Chariot in your challenge. You pulled the Seven of Swords here. I don't get a negative energy off the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is my card of strategies and tactics. Your challenge right now is you're trying to figure out a new strategy for yourself and how you're going to move forward. You're having to, come up with new tactics with how you're going to go about things. And so sometimes the Seven of Swords is you're just in this period of strategizing, like coming up with a new strategy, coming up with a new plan for yourself. I do see something here. The Seven of Swords with the Chariot can sometimes mean that we're not moving in our own direction because we're seeking either validation from other people or we're worried about other people's opinions. So I would just be aware of that here, Cancer. The Justice card says you got to live in alignment with what's true for you. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles here in the future position for Cancer. You pull the Page of Pentacles here. So yeah, like what you're putting effort and work into this month, Page of Pentacles, right? Page of Pentacles it's something new in nature that you're giving a lot of time and attention to. You know, you're putting in the effort, you're putting in the work, you're building something up here with the Seven of Pentacles. And I like these two cards together because this does signify that there's growth, that there's progress. So for instance, maybe you're making changes when it comes to your career or your work or your projects or certain things in your personal life. And maybe you were afraid to make these changes, or maybe the changes have happened and it sort of forced you to do something, right, to adjust to things. But because you're open and you're flexible here, you're starting to see those adjustments pay off. It's still a work in progress, right? It's not the end all be all, but I think here it's getting so much better, or things are becoming a lot better. Clarify the Seven of Cups in the outcome position for Cancer. Let's see what this is about. You pull the Eight of Wands here. There could even be at the end of the month. This may not make sense right now. There could be travels for you with that Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups. Maybe a move, or maybe something like a vacation. I think here with that Eight of Wands and the Seven of Cups, you know, the Eight of Wands is my card of, it's the height of ambition. You know, this is about allowing yourself to think more bigger, more broader, more loftier about your goals. And so the Seven of Cups says, like, what do you really desire? And don't put a ceiling cap on yourself. Because the Seven of Cups, it's the power of the imagination. If you can use the power of your imagination to find motivation, man, like, then you can find deep meaning, and then that deep meaning can really, you know, propel you forward. Because if you don't have an emotional propelling vision in your life, you're gonna always kind of feel that chariot in the challenge of like stuck, not feeling like you're in alignment with your purpose. Which I'm not saying that's where you're at, but I do maybe think you're rethinking some of these things, like the future direction of things. Clarify the Justice card as your advice, please. You pulled the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands is a spark of creation. So what is the Ace of Wands? The Ace of Wands is just fire. So what does fire represent? Fire deals with decisiveness. It deals with illumination. But it deals with decisiveness, power, energy, leadership, initiating things, starting new things. Because like air would be like the ideas, right? Like stimulation, curiosity, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's the ideas, but you have to act on those ideas, right? So Ace of Wands is saying here, like, what new passionate beginning do you want to move toward, and start taking action on that, right? Because the Justice card says that's how you're going to start to really get back in alignment with your purpose, and you're going to start to feel that energy again in your life. Clarify the Six of Wands here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. Now the Ace of Pentacles is already your overall energy, but with it being here with the Six of Wands and the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of, this new chapter screams success to me. And you have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. What is the Magician? Well, the Magician is the instigation of transformation, right? It's like, this is about using your skills and your talents and your gifts, your knowledge and your wisdom, and it's about applying it. And once you apply it, you'll see the magic unfold in your life. It's interesting with the Magician because he's not waiting, right? Like the Magician doesn't wait, he starts. Even if he doesn't have all the answers, he's like, well, let me just get started with the process. And through getting started with the process, you start to understand your process. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles here in the future position of this month, right? You start to understand what that process is, what it looks like, what needs to be done. But you have to, like, with that Ace of Wands as your advice, you have to like start the process. Because this new seed that you're planting in your life, this new beginning in your life with the Ace of Pentacles, it's ready, it's full of potential. And it's exciting with the Four of Wands. And so just be aware of, this is the time to really stand boldly in your true self-expression and your identity and who you want to be, and step into that and allow yourself to be confident. And you do have the power of influence here. The Six of Wands is the ability to be able to lead and guide and teach others, and people look up to you, right? And so you have that gift here, so don't neglect it. It's about really embracing what this is that you have. So that's what I got for you, Cancer, in your reading. This looks like an exciting new beginning to me. I think that Tower being in your current energy is like, okay, there's things forcing me to change. I got to do things. But the Justice card being in the advice is the reminder that things have fallen out of balance. So that's why these changes are coming in. So it's to recalibrate the equilibrium here. So that's what I got for you, Cancer. I appreciate you. I'm going to leave your reading here. Again, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website. You'll also be able to see that the reads are on sale. And otherwise than that, I'm wishing you the best for the rest of the month, and I'll see you later.